Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kalen from White Glove Models and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get started on stage 4 of the Star Trek The Next Generation Enterprise D. Stage 4 looks like it consists of a bunch of fun little tiny pieces, which will be so much fun to cut out and put together and stick them all in these little sections right there. Shouldn't be too bad though. Then we get to put these little reflective dishes on which carry the light, and more of these fun little escape pods. We also have some electricals, so we'll be adding some lights to these and hopefully getting to test those out as well. So without further delay, let's get started. All right, so it looks like we have BP screws and some DM screws. Get these opened up, put those in our little DM container. Get that out of the way. There we go. That looks like all of the BP screws. Perfect. Let's get this out of the way. Kind of been putting this one off because there is a lot of little tiny parts, and it's definitely going to be a ton of fun. So the first thing they want us to grab is this deck panel. They call it deck panel B, and it is 04B in the instructions, and they want us to flip it over, and we're going to be installing the escape hatches right here. And I think what I'm going to do is grab my helping hands, which are currently being used by the Pontiac GTO. So I'm going to grab that and be right back. Let's clip it right there and right there. That should be good. Then we have to grab, I don't know if it matters because let's see if these have any markings on them. These do not. So these don't have any markings, so what we'll do, I'll put this off to the side for now. And we're gonna have to clip all of these out. Okay, so there are our lifeboat hatches, as they call them, and they are just going to drop in and just make sure that so again, these are printed wrong. That red part should actually be on the top, and this area right there should actually be on the bottom. So again, Mike Lane Mods, if you want to go over to his website, mikelanemods.com, and buy the stickers. He also has the rub-on transfers, which are about $100, which is pretty expensive. So I don't know. For now, I'm just going to keep them the way they are, and we'll install them the way that they want us to. So I'm going to flip these over, and they will be going in this direction. So with this going down. We'll move this out of the way, and then we'll need to grab the clear windows. There's 10 on a sprue, so we'll need to grab 2 sprues of those because we'll need 15 of them, and we will also need 15 of the blacked out windows, so I'll grab 2 sprues of those and cut these out, and then we'll start putting them in. All right, there we go. That is all of those cut out. And then I'm just going to kind of follow along with what they did in the instructions and place them in the same way that they did. Okay, there is all of those put in. I'll close these up or just move them out of the way for now. Then you'll put this very, very carefully off to the side and see if I can get this out of here without losing them all. Next, you're going to bring over the Reflector Panel B, they call this, and it has a U309AL, and we will be turning this over like that. Then we'll be grabbing lights, and this pack comes with 3 sets of lights, and they are all labeled B, so it doesn't really matter which one you grab. At least I hope that's the case. And I'm gonna go ahead and split this down the middle a little bit, and these bulbs will be going into place right here and right here. And what you have to do, and this might actually, I might end up having to put some glue on these to hold them, because we have to flip this whole thing around and place it on top of the panel that we just did put all the little tiny lights in. It looks like they're gonna hold in place, so that's not too bad. They are staying in place. Let's hope they remain that way. Then we'll bring over our panel right here, and then you're going to flip this over and line it up very, very gently with its holes. And this will be securing in place with 3 BP screws. And they're going into plastic, so I'm not going to worry about putting any oil on them. So we'll grab the first one and put that one into place. I'm not going to screw these down too tight just yet, so I want to make sure that all of my lights have stayed in place. They do like to jump out. So just want to make sure that nothing has moved, everything looks like it is good. And then I will just come back and make sure everything is secure. And there you go. So I do know that there will be some light bleed coming out of these. So in another video, we will be taking this apart and I'll show you how to actually fix all of that light bleed, and it's a really simple process, so you can look forward to that. So that is the end of step B, and you should have something that looks just like this. And then we will be grabbing this panel, which is labeled U310. So we're going to be doing the same process that we did on the first one, so I'll go ahead and load this up into my helping hands. Definitely is useful to have those, and we are going to need to cut out more of the lights or the windows, because we need 18 dark windows and 17 clear windows, it looks like, and then 2 deck panels, and 2 escape pod covers. Now we can take our little escape hatches and just drop them into place. These are actually where you're going to get some light bleed as well. We'll be coming back and fixing that in a different episode. And then again, I'm just going to put the lights in the way that they have them pictured. I'm gonna turn this so all the cameras can get a good view. Okay, so that is all of the windows and the escape pods. I'll put all this off to the side. And we'll need our BP screws. But first, I'll put this back here. So go ahead and bring over our panel. This one is labeled U310A. And flip that over, and then we have our remaining two lights or LEDs that they gave us, and one of them, both of the lights go in on this side, so put that one down, and this one comes up here, and these I might be having to just put a dab of glue on. We'll see. We'll see if we can do this with without losing everything. And then on this side, you're only going to be using one of the LEDs, and use the red one, and that should just hold right into place right here. That one's gonna stay for sure. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this off of the helping hands very, very carefully. Then I will bring this over here, and it's going to go into place right like this. So I'm going to take my wires, and I'm going to put the LED in place and hope it stays. And then do the same thing with this one down here. The top one moved. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without losing everything. I'm just gonna double check, make sure all the windows are in place. This one is good and secure. What I think I will do is I'm gonna put this screw in first, just to hold down that side. Go ahead and snug that one down, because we already know that this one's not going anywhere. Then I'm just going to gently, with my tweezers, separate this gap a little bit. Make sure everything is still in place. It looks good. Wires aren't going anywhere. Alright, perfect. Now I can go ahead and put my other BP screws in. I'm going to go ahead and secure that all the way, because I know everything's already in place, so I'm just going to get this over with and make sure that everything is secure. Tighten this one down all the way, and there we go. Everything looks good and is nice and secure. I don't want to pull too hard just in case they do decide to come flying out. Perfect. So we can go ahead and get started on the next step. They do say to put this one, the yellow and black wire, just up into here, but it's not gonna stay, so it's just it'll hold for a little bit, but as soon as I start moving stuff around, it'll jump out of there, I'm sure. Okay, so now we get to grab this is a U205L panel, and it looks just like that. And then you have the transporter emitter pad, which is going to look just like that. It pops into place right here using 3M double-sided tape here on the back. But before I peel that off, there's a couple of, I don't know if you can even see them, but I can feel them. A couple of little tabs from when they molded it. This is metal, so I'm going to have to use wire cutters and see if I can get in and pop that tab off, because I don't want that on there. It makes the fit a little funky. I tried filing it, but it doesn't want to file off. Just use this like a blade. There it goes. That's perfect. I got rid of that one. There we go. Perfect. So now it should fit and look a little nicer. I'm pretty happy with that. Go ahead and remove the tape. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Perfect. And then you can go ahead and just place this right in here and push it down, and that's got a really nice fit in there. Perfect. Now we will be installing more escape hatches, and there are a total of 5. So I'll grab the sprue here and pop these off. Okay, so now we can put those in, and you're going to be installing them so that the red part is down. Just press those into place. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and do the rest. So it doesn't look like we're going to be installing these windows just yet, so you'll have some extra parts. It's because this video isn't long enough. Okay, so there's all 5 of them. Looking good. And then you will turn this over like that. And the last section of the saucer that we did, the deck panel, that U310A, will be going just this way over those windows that or over the escape hatches that we just did. And you'll just put it in like so. Don't want to get any of the fibers from the mat stuck in there. So it'll be going in, so it'll look just like this. And that will be held into place with 2 DM screws. I have actually seen other people use Vaseline for the same thing, for screws going into metal. So you don't have to use 3-in-1 oil. You could try using other things like Vaseline. But the 3-in-1 oil seems to really work for me, so that's what I use. I'm going to go ahead and secure this one down all the way, make sure it's good and tight. And grab our second screw. Go ahead and tighten that one down. And you should have something that looks like this. Then we get to test the lights. So bringing back our little circuit board and our battery tester, we will plug these in. And this one, it says you can plug it into either A, B, C, or D. So there's one. And this one I will plug it into A. Then we can take our battery pack and that will plug into F, which is just one of the 2-pronged ones here at the bottom. And there we go, we have light. Check that out. So that is pretty much what you should have by the end of this stage. So it's coming along pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. I like how everything went. I don't know why I was so afraid of this stage. It didn't go too bad. I mean, it just took a little over an hour to film. So hopefully the video will be way shorter than that. But hope you guys have enjoyed this part of the build. I know I actually enjoyed it more than the last few. So, so there you go. All right, one more time, just for fun, because that's what we do. Here's the interesting thing. Which will be so much fun. That is not filing. Let's take a look at the destructions here. Oh, wow. Scratch that. Actually, they all escaped out of the packaging. They didn't want to be in there anymore. So you actually... Then we... Okay. Where are they? We are going to go to Plan B.